I wanted to focus on the quarterback position specifically. Neil, you've done a lot of writing on the fantasy situation and fancy stats. And there's the top 3 quarterbacks who, any number, any different analyst will tell you Manning's one, or Brees is one, or Rodgers, and any of the top 3. But after that, there's sort of this middle area where there's a lot of debate on who the top quarterbacks are. After those top 3, who has the potential, do you think, Neil, that could be a top 5 fantasy quarterback this year, maybe even 1, 2, or 3?
I like Phillip Rivers a lot. I mean, he showed last season that he can be in the top 10. He's got a great target in Keenan Allen. They had 7 touchdowns in the last 7 games, and right now Phillip Rivers is being drafted at somewhere between the 9th and 10th round. So I'm going into my fantasy drafts with him as my guy. And I figure if I can get him in the 10th round, it leaves me a lot of room to get other skilled players way before then.
So if one of those top 3 quarterbacks are gone, you're waiting until Rivers. Maybe.
I wouldn't even draft one of the top 3. I think that Phillip Rivers can give you enough production that it's comparable through the course of the season. Maybe Phillip Rivers is between 5 and 10. So I'd much rather get that in the 9th or 10th round than waste a pick early on a guy like Manning, Brees, or Rodgers.
The one thing about Rivers, though, he could never beat the Terps. 0-4 in college against Maryland.
Right.
So I just had to throw that out there. All right, Brandon, what do you got for your sleeper quarterback?
I was tempted to go with Cam Newton because I feel like with no receivers, he's going to try to do 10 times more. But I say Andy Dalton. I know everybody hates on the redheaded guy. But
33 touchdowns last year.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He did really well last year. I know the 20 interceptions magnified the bad, but again, he's another guy I keep saying the quarterback's getting better each year. And I think I read somewhere, he was the 5th highest scoring quarterback last year. So you said top 5 guy. I feel like he's going to sneak in there. And A.J. Green, I love him as a target. And then Gio, shout out to the Tar Heels. He's going to get better and better each year. So I say Andy Dalton.
All right. He's missing his offensive coordinator, though, this year.
He'll be all right.
Yeah, all right. He does have one of the top targets, A.J. Green, no doubt. Mike, what research did you put into this segment?
I didn't. I just sent Shane a name. I can't even remember. Did she tell it in your ear?
Jay Cutler.
I know. I'm kidding.
Kirk Cousins.
No. Jay Cutler is one of these guys that
What can it be
interceptions don't count.
He's got the best wide receiving tandem
exactly.
in the league.
You've got the best wide receiver tandem in the league.
Interceptions are negative.
I know that, but I'm saying this is a guy who's sort of like a lot of Chicagoans can't stand him as their quarterback. And one thing Jay Cutler is, he's a great back to the wall guy. And so I think I would be surprised if Jay Cutler put up some numbers this season.
That's one of the best offenses in the league for sure.
Yeah.